Whatever you are.
I'm waiting on you guys.
Yeah, I know you talked about red zone offense when you made the change in coordinators, and it looked like y'all had some pretty good success there late in practice.
Late, did not early, in the scripted portion of it. In the non-scripted, we were 3 for 3, but in the scripted portion, I thought the defense really dominated it. And some of that has to do when you script stuff that may not be good, but we're at a point now, this is practice 8 or 9, something like that. We got to get out of some stuff down there, and so we've got to get in the film room and clean that up, because in the scripted portion we did not do well, and we had a penalty and we turned the ball over, and those are the exact things that we talked about in here that had to be the emphasis. Is you got to get points when you get down there, and you can't have negative plays. You certainly can't turn it over, and we did some of both. In the scripted portion, I loved the energy of the defense. They're flying to the football, playing physical, and they really bowed their neck. And the same way there is defensively, you got to hold people to field goals down there. And with the offenses in today's football, they're going to get down there. You got to hold them to field goals. So I was real pleased with the defensive portion. And then when we put it down and unscripted, the offense answered. But we got a lot of things to clean up offensively from the tight red zone portion of practice today.
Phil mentioned last week that physicality was really an emphasis in goal line short guards. Is that the same thing with you?
Yeah, well, we've got to become a more physical defense, period. And offensive line's got to be real physical down there. And I thought the defense was extremely physical down there today. Again, in the 16-play, scripted portion, I thought they were real physical. I was real pleased.
You guys were high on Breland early. Has he continued to have a good spring?
His Breland's motor has been unbelievable. He's playing at a level, energy-wise and tempo-wise, that I could not ask for any more of that part of it. He has got to get consistent in his techniques, and Freddie is the great thing I love about what Freddie is doing with those is he's demanding it and is going to call him on it. So I can't question Breland's heart or anything right now, and he knows he's just got to keep cleaning up his technique. We're doing playing a little different techniques up front, and it'll take some time.
How was he last year when he kind of fell out of the rotation? Did you tell him anything, or did you talk?
Yeah, Breland and I talk all the time. I mean, he's a mature kid. He's not he wants to be great. And man, like I said, his energy in spring practice thus far, I don't know that I've seen a play where he hasn't gone all out. It's just getting to where he plays the right technique every single time, and with it changing some and being a little different, it's going to take some time. But man, if an athlete like that is playing as hard as he is going to make a lot of plays. And I think he's learned and he's continuing to mature. And disappointment's part of life. We talk about that all the time, and it's never just one person's fault. It's always a combination. When you're part of a team, man, it's not individuals. It's teams, it's coaches, it's players, it's all of us. So I think he's had a heck of a spring thus far.
Behind Jordan, what have you thought of running backs, and who's kind of caught your eye a little bit?
Well, today again, I thought the defense dominated, the run game so much. There was in team run. There were some flashes from Blue and Eugene, but Jordan is the guy right now, and we got to keep him healthy, and he's going to have to play the majority of the snaps as I see it sitting here today. I mean, that can change, but Jordan is ahead of the rest of them.
Where's Eric's progress? What do you?
They're not going to let him go in spring, I don't think, but he's doing all the individual stuff, and fall camp would be huge for him this summer. He needs to lose a little weight and get back, and I'll be anxious to see him. We need him.
Last year, Van was kind of the new guy in the starting lineup of receivers. This year, he's the experienced guy. Just how have you seen him kind of handle that in that role where he's kind of
very well? I think he's becoming a nice leader in that room, and he and Markel both have had really sound springs. Markel's really seems like kind of a new kid, so I'm pleased with both of those guys. And Van's been a great leader.
Coach, there's an article talking about Phil Longo and Shea Patterson, how they could be kind of a match made in heaven. What have you seen from that relationship so far?
Still young. I mean, like I said, there were some things today that we've got to get out of, and that's got to come from the meeting room with them. But there's no doubt. I mean, Shea fits in in the offense we've been running, and obviously Fields is the same really. So it should be a good match.
Jalen?
Linebacker development.
You know, I look forward to watching the film. I thought that they looked physical today, and I thought they played fast. Pivotal, I believe in, and it's good to get Dante back out there. I thought he brought a physical presence down there. He's a heavy, big kid inside. And it's hard to tell exactly how they played, but look forward to watching the film. I think they're progressing. I know the defense got better today, and so I would have to say that linebackers were a part of that. Without watching the film, it's hard to say specific who exactly. I know Brendan Williams caused a fumble down there. That was good to see with the hit.
So it's like seeing Jalen Julius out there. I know he had that injury to start spring, but he was out there doing non-contact stuff today.
Yeah, they've released him to do all non-contact stuff. I think he may be able. They may turn him loose at the end of this week to do Skelly. Probably won't see him in any full contact before the spring's over.
How different will you utilize tight ends, or how will that change without Evans' skill set?
Well, I mean, Evan's hard to replace.
Yeah.
He's a special kid, but I've said all along that you know, I really believe that Dawson and Knox and Cooley and Pellerin, if we continue down that road, I think those three are quality players there.
How's he reacting to not wearing that green jersey anymore?
Oh, he loves it. He just wants to be on the field and help this football team. He's a giver. He's an unselfish kid, and he's one of our better athletes that's got to be on the field somewhere.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.